Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri, and is the world's first single barrel only liquor store. This business is owned and operated by Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution list. That way you'll know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and what barrel picks they have in the works. We are also sponsored by The Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers a fully customizable carrying case that allows you to take your favorite distilled spirits or cocktail ingredients with you. Whether you're looking for yourself, a customized gift, or logo items for your business or event, The Bar to Go can help. Check them out at thebar2go.com. Use the number 2 when you type out The Bar to Go. Did you know Neely Family Distillery now ships its popular distilled spirits directly to you? To order, simply call 859-394-3258. Tell them the ABV Network sent you. And now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we discuss who we would have on the ultimate fun barrel picking team. My name is Miss Beka Sue. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Wes Harden, Bo Cumberland, and Adam Stump.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hi.
Hey. Hello. So, yes, we are going to talk about the ultimate in fun barrel picking. We will say that nobody on the conversation today is eligible because we would be the ones that are putting it together. So for sure, all 5 of us would be on there. So it's just a given that we're going to be a part of this because we are a fun group. So that'll allow us to focus in on other people that we think are fun and to hang out with. So we'll get to that after the break. This is a show from the mind of Miss Beka Sue. So she has come up with several recently. Maybe she's up in her game. She's beginning to be a writer of the shows in addition to
she get paid more.
Right now it's the same pay whether you write it or not, so I can see a problem for me. So yeah.
Damn.
But before we get to all of that stuff, Becca's also come up with our topic of the day. What are we talking about, Beka? What do we got going on here?
So I am in Las Vegas right now. As people in the audience may or may not know, obviously everyone here knows that. And when I booked our hotel, I did not look into the happenings at the hotel prior to booking this hotel.
Okay.
Which is fine. It's a very nice hotel. That's not a problem. There shouldn't be anything weird happening generally. But
unless you're going to Vegas, then you never know.
Unless you're going to Vegas. Right. But we booked this hotel and it was like, it's a fantastic hotel. It's really nice. But at our hotel this weekend is the AVN Awards. And if you don't know what that is the Adult
Video
Network.
Oh, Awards. Nice. So
well played.
Boy, there has to be a lot of activity going on. I would assume.
Literally.
Once you're in that industry, and this is your life, I assume, like us, like if we were there, we're bourbon people, we'd be drinking bourbon. Probably, we'd all get together. I assume when you're in the fucking industry, when you get together as a group, a lot of fucking goes on. I guess, right?
I would say yes on that aspect. We walked in and we were like, what is going on here? And they said, AVN is this weekend. And we were like, okay, interesting.
I'm sure the place is very disappointed.
Yeah.
So it's been a very interesting weekend of us like looking at people and going,
I know you.
Does that person do porn?
I know you.
Or do they not? Or do I know who you are?
Right.
Or does that person do porn, or are they just here for a Vegas weekend and they're just a little bit more scantily clad?
Uh-huh.
And
okay, time out. What do you think people say when they see you?
Whoa, okay.
Well, I already know because someone asked us that.
Really?
Last night, yeah.
We were at movies. What are your movies?
We were at a cigar bar called 8. And a guy, and here's the funny thing is most of the people who are at this conference, because a conference is a conference, all conferences are essentially the same, but the things being discussed and done at the conferences are not the same. So a conference, everyone always has on a lanyard.
Right.
Right. And they also are dressed for that conference. So between those two things,
imagine the breakout sessions. The breakout sessions have to be amazing. All right, let's talk about happy endings.
It is like they've got like actual like they have like there's like little booths set up. There's a fan entrance, but there's booths there where they like show you new things. I guess
they've come up with new things. Nice.
But we were sitting at a cigar bar, and a guy walked up next to us, and I noticed that he had on his lanyard. Royce did not. And he says, "Are you guys here?" He looks at us. He goes, "Oh, are you guys here for ABN?" And Royce goes, "Clearly, I'm here for ABN." And he proceeds to make some large male aspects jokes to this man, and this guy is laughing and kind of getting annoyed because Royce doesn't know that this guy has a lanyard on because he didn't even look over at it. Right. And then the guy proceeds to say something kind of rude, which was like, "Well, clearly you're the lucky one because she's pretty."
Oh.
He said, "I just thought you guys were at ABN," and I was like, "Wait. Oh, okay, I think that's a compliment. I take that as a compliment, I suppose." But it is just like we sat down at breakfast this morning and we started looking around, and where we were at, it was a very open area where you could see out into the casino area, and you would just see all these people. And today's last day of the conference, so people are leaving, they're getting breakfast, whatever. And it is a very interesting group of people. And it's just been us sitting there looking at people going, does that person do porn?
Right.
Did you see Ron Jeremy?
No.
I think he's in jail. So yeah.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's in jail right now.
Yeah. We did not see anyone that we knew, or at least we didn't realize that we knew if we did see anyone that we knew. But I mostly wanted to see if anyone's ever gone to a hotel and there's been a strange conference. I'm sure no one has.
All we want to talk about is the AVN. We don't care about everything whatever we've done. Yeah, I would have.
We did try to get in, by the way.
Yeah. Did you go to the gala where they're selling goods and stuff like that? Did Royce pick up something like a flashlight or something like that?
That was during the day, and we have not really been down there during the day. But there is the fan entrance. Like there's literally a fan entrance. We can like go in. I think you have to pay money to go inside. And then there was also the after hours parties, which were very restricted and like very high security. And like we glanced inside and like, you know, just like any other conference, you do things at your conference that you maybe would do at work.
Yeah. Interesting. It's fascinating.
It's been a very, very interesting weekend for us just to be wandering around. And anyone that we've talked to who's been a normal individual has also been really funny to talk to about it. Because they're all like, yeah, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
Steve, once this episode airs, you have a business opportunity here. You need to reach out to Justine, and she needs to come up with some.
I don't know where this is going to go, but go ahead.
She needs to come up with some ABV network items.
Talk.
There you go. ABV network items that fit this line of line of work, and just put them in. There you go. Pasties. Now you can start with that. It's going to be a popular episode. Everybody's going to be intrigued.
Everybody's going to be intrigued. Yeah.
The ABV flashlight.
The ABV flashlight is a no-brainer at this point.
I will say I felt a little bit honored that someone did think that I was part of it, but I'm not sure if I should have taken it as a compliment or not. But I thought it was. I was like, that seems like a compliment that someone asked.
There's a weird part of me that thinks it would be hilarious if you guys had like kind of looked into their conference. And like everyone was dressed like business people, like knowing they're in porn, but it's like it's a business. We don't do it for pleasure. And they had like dresses and suits, but we know that doesn't happen.
The outfits that we have seen this weekend, I mean, they're allowed, I guess. Like
It's
they're
Vegas.
allowed
In
out
Vegas.
next door.
Well, there's a reason they have that
First,
conference in Vegas.
Yeah, there's a reason it's here. But some of the outfits that we've seen have been just covering enough to be legal. Is the stuff that we have seen. For both male and female, just by the way.
Oh. It's like when you go to Key West, the guy just wears a Crown Royal bag in the front, nothing around.
Yeah, it's like terrible. I said, it has been incredibly interesting and really funny. And just like and the funniest part is that we just didn't know that this was happening. And so then we're just like walking around, like we see, and the other weird thing is we see people with their little, like their lanyards on, and we go, wait a second, that guy, that, or like male or female, or surely to God, they're a cameraman, right?
I have a question.
Surely to God.
I have a question. Did they have their name on their lanyard?
Yes.
So was it their quote unquote stage name, or was it like a real name? So was it like Captain Dick Long Dick, or was it John Green?
When we talked to our waitress this morning about it, because we laughed about it this morning with a waitress, she said that she had checked out a girl whose name was like Tiff Deep.
Oh well.
Yeah, there you
go. And I was like, okay, so like that like
could have been her like given name.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, Tits McGee. I'm sure that's.
Yeah, I mean, like they have like their names on their and like this sounds bad, but like we've gotten close enough to most of these people. Yeah. We've gotten close enough.
You and Roy should have made up.
That would have been my name if I was at that conference. Hi, I'm Dick Kazinia.
I thought about. I was like, we should have worn fucking lanyards.
Y'all should. Next time you go, always pack a blank lanyard.
Always
cover,
bring a lanyard,
and then you could like go and you could go out and like make your own based on whatever conference is happening, and you guys could have made up your own porn names.
Oh.
The other funny thing is that there's another conference here this weekend, and so since we can't clearly see the lanyards when like people are walking by, we just assume that those people have on AVN lanyards, but they might be with like I don't know what the other conference is, but I think it's a very boring conference is also happening. And so that's the other funny part is like we're looking at these people going, is that an AVN one or is that with this other conference?
I think
like they with like they're with like the Sony conference. They're talking about TVs, but we're thinking that they're in porn.
I think it would balance. Really I think it would balance the universe if right after the AVN conference, like the AVN people are walking out, and the next conference walking in are like the Fellowship of Christian Athletes or the Southern Baptist Conference or something, and that would like balance the entire world for me.
Or have them simultaneously.
It has been a very, like I said, it's been a very interesting weekend, and like there's like a lot of weirdos and stuff around too, which I think is interesting, like for the fan entrance, I guess, part of things. But it's
you mean stalkers?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. It's so interesting. Even when it's the AVN, even the name fan entrance is strange to me.
Where is that at?
It's called the casting couch.
Yeah. Everything becomes a play on that. So I don't know. All right.
Yeah,
well, guess
every
what,
single person that we've seen, even people that don't have on tags, we're like, that person's in porn. They're just not wearing their tag. That person's definitely doing porn. They're not wearing a tag. And also some people make it wildly obvious. And some of the t-shirts, even some of them don't have on like the lanyard, but their t-shirts say something very sexual.
I do.
And it's like, oh, okay. And like I've seen a lot of Brazers t-shirts around. When we were at a bar last night, a guy walked up to the bartender and said, "I got you something," and he gave her a Brazers t-shirt. And like we've seen just random people wearing those, and we're like, are these people with that company, or are they just people that bought the t-shirts? Like we don't know. We don't know if that's the owner of it that just gave her a t-shirt.
They are people that are soon to be filmed.
We don't know. Yeah, it's just like it's been really funny. Like just some of the t-shirt, just seeing some of the t-shirts people are wearing. You're like, okay, was that a fan or is that someone like in it? And they just think it's really funny to wear those t-shirts.
Oh, that's the one place on earth you could go to and have your pants fall off and nobody would even look twice. They would just think it's like part of your gig.
You
like
just fit right in.
Then I could go straight from that to the after party.
That's right. So you got to do like.
Fair enough.
Missed your shot there.
All right. Well, guess what, gang? It is time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start this time with Bo Cumberland. Bo, what do you got, man?
I am going to go with almost the last bit of Old Monroe Stumpy's Old Monroe.
Okay.
Nothing
there. Nothing there.
Silence.
It's our sound guy right there, folks. Yeah. All right, Adam. Adam, what do you got?
I'm gonna go with I got a dusty Old Tailor. I think it's 1980 something. I don't know.
Okay. Interesting.
Wes?
Screw top. Boy, he never lets me try something like that. I'll tell you what. I
Come over to my house, Steve, then you can try it.
Yeah, if I would even know where it's at, yeah, that would. Yeah. I asked him one time if I could come over. He's like, I'll meet you at the distillery. That's fine. That's fine. I can drive there.
Smart. He's smart.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, he is. So he knows if I found out, I'd be there every day. So yeah, it's not happening. All right, Wes, what do you got, man?
Got a bottle of Elisha Craig Toasted Barrel.
Okay.
No,
Okay. Yeah, but it's weak, but it's our lead. I mean,
perfect.
Yeah, Beka, what do you got?
I've got a bottle of absinthe. This is a French absinthe. I think it's called Van Gogh, I think
Okay.
is the name of
Why are
it.
you drinking that? Why are you drinking that on the second show?
It's gonna be hallucinating.
What am I supposed to be drinking on the second show?
Well, your taste buds are going to be shot for the other two.
Because I don't have any bourbon.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
So this
there
is
you
it.
go.
I'm only going to be drinking champagne and absinthe for the rest of the shows. I'm going to be drinking Death in the Afternoons, which should really pan out well for when I'm trying to go to a show later on tonight at 10 o'clock,
Oh yeah.
considering it is
You're not making it.
4:50 now. So that should be really going to work out.
Royce is the smart one.
fantastically.
He's sleeping
Yeah,
right
he's
now.
taking a nap.
Yeah,
He's taking a nap.
take a nap.
right
You'll be
now. And I'm podcast.
he'll be recharged for the
He'll
show
be ready
tonight.
to go, and I'll be half dead. Okay, so let's see if this does anything.
No, nothing. Squeak. It got squeak. So Wes has the lead. I've got Elmer T. Lee here. So we'll see if I can beat what Wes threw out there. Here we go.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was enough. As weak as that was, it was enough. It was enough. So that's our first win in a while. I needed that. So cheers, gang.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right. We're going to take a quick break. And then when we come back, we've got this kind of follow up to the show that we did a couple days ago where we did the ultimate barrel pick team. Today, we're going to be talking about the fun barrel pick team. We'll do that in just a few. Let's talk about the people who make these shows happen. First up is the ABV Barrel Shop. It is the most unique shopping experience in the world of bourbon, as the ABV Barrel Shop only sells single barrels. Owners Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot select. With over 100 distilleries on board to sell us barrels, we are home to the most unique and diverse barrel pick selections in the bourbon world. By signing up for our email, you will always know what we have in stock. In addition to the single barrels, we'll have a gift shop featuring ABV Barrel Shop as well as ABV Network merchandise. We are partnering with vendors like Art Eatables and Old Man Bay Signs to bring you unique items you can't find anywhere else. We will also have a 24-seat classroom where we are offering educational and fun classes like Breakfast and Bourbon, a series where we pair donuts and bourbon, customer barrel picks, and opportunities to learn from master distillers and other bourbon dignitaries. Best of all, we feature a tasting bar where you can try before you buy. All of this is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. If you are in the St. Louis area, please stop by to say hi. If you're traveling in from outside the area, please take advantage of our hotel rates with the Drury Inn and Pear Tree Inn, less than a mile from our shop. This can be done via the links in our Visit St. Louis section on our website. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to plan your trip. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. Hi, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network. We're sponsored by the Stave and Thief Society. This is where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge a bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my Executive Bourbon Steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification program available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Okay, let's talk about the Neely Family Distillery. In 2018, I met Royce Neely at an industry event. He started appearing on our shows, and we became friends during my frequent trips to Kentucky. Today, he is amongst the leaders of young distillers leaving their mark on the bourbon industry. A visit to Neely Family Distillery yields insight on their unique family history, why their products are special, and gives you the opportunity to taste their whiskey, moonshine, and creams. Check them out at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com or visit them in Sparta, Kentucky.
As Beka said, everybody's bringing trash. I'm stepping up my game with a brand new single barrel from Neely Family Distillery. This is the Autumn Vanilla single barrel.
Nice.
I've already preemptively taken the plastic off, not wasting anybody's time, Beka. And then let's see if this cork pop goes.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're discussing the ultimate fun of barrel picking team.
Yes, we are. So who are, again, we're not going to go with the people that are here because we assume that all of us would be invited to this clearly. Who else would be on the fun barrel pick team? People you just want to kind of hang out with because they're fun to be around.
Jason Bronner.
Jason Bronner, absolutely. There's never a time where Bronner isn't fun to be around. He's a funny guy. Sometimes it's funny, he's the one making the jokes, and then sometimes you're laughing at him. So, but either way, you're laughing if you're around Bronner. 100%. He's a great.
For sure.
Fonte's a guarantee on that.
Fonte, yeah.
Fonte is a blast on a barrel picking team.
His take on everything is hilarious. So yeah, you definitely want him in there.
He's
too.
an absolute blast.
Fred, no.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
There's the way he tells stories is freaking unbelievable. So yeah, he would be great for sure. Fred knows on this one. Who else? Jackie. Oh, we talked about her on the other one.
Absolutely. Yeah, Jackie's a blast.
Jackie's funny.
Yeah. Jackie's hilarious.
Yeah. She should definitely be on there.
Bernie.
I go with John Whittle again.
John Waddle makes it again.
I was going to say that.
Yeah. But I heard Adam say one. I don't know if the audience picked up on that. Tim Swyatt did, of course. I don't think everyone else did. Bernie Lubbers. Yeah, Bernie Lubbers.
Oh,
that's a great one.
Absolutely.
Bernie is fun. He's fun to be around. Yes. Yeah. That would be great. Who else? Who else is fun? I mean, we got this group. Should we invite Royce? Should we invite Royce or not?
I'd invite Royce. He's kind of serious, so I'd invite McNew.
Yes.
If I'm trying to have fun, if I'm trying to have a good time on a pick, I'm bringing McNew with me.
She is so much fun. Yes, I finally had a threaten her. We the last 4 or 5 times we recorded, she hasn't been making it to the end of the things, and she's got this new thing where she blacks out. She just signs off in the middle of the show wherever she feels drunk enough. She just signs off, and that's it. Doesn't say goodbye or I'm leaving. Just hits off and then goes and leaves. And one time she was up here, talking. We record 5 shows on a Friday night, and her husband's home. He's watching TV, and like an hour later, she comes down and he says, "Are you done already?" She's like, "Oh yeah, we're done." No, she was done. She had pre-gamed. She was done. We weren't done. So I gave her enough trouble that she made it through all 5 shows last Friday. So yeah. So the bottom line is she'd be fun to hang out with for sure. Always fun.
I bring the Kaplan team with me because they're always fun on barrel picks.
The Kaplan team, yes, Team Kaplan.
The Team Kaplan is always a blast.
Mm-hmm. Especially when they're interacting amongst themselves. And what I mean by that is Mandy is telling embarrassing things about Jeff, and Jeff is getting angry about it. That's when it's those two are when you want the funny side of it. Yes, Mandy will say the most embarrassing things in the world about Jeff, and Jeff, who is the nicest guy in the world, usually takes it for a while and finally has enough. And that's the point when you get to when he's had enough. That's the funny stuff. Yeah,
that's the blast that you get to.
Yeah. Because then at first it'll be pleading, please stop, don't, please stop. And then finally he gets to the shut the fuck up. Yes.
I think we have to bring Turner Wathen with us.
Oh yes.
Absolutely,
because Bo's going to be there already, but if we got Beka and Bo and Turner, it's going to be a fun show because she yells at those two incessantly.
Well, then we have to bring Tim so I can scream at him too.
Tim's not
Tim
fun.
Swyatt in.
No, he's not fun.
So I can scream at him as much as possible.
Well, Here's a wild card I'm going to throw in because we got Wes there. I'm going to bring Lenny as well. He's going to be a surprise. I'm not going to tell Wes. I'm going to come rolling in with Lenny.
I'm sure Lenny's the definition of fun.
No, but the interaction between Wes and Lenny, now that's fun.
A blast.
Yeah.
Let me guess, you're going to bring Biden with you too? I'm sure Lenny is as fun as having Biden around.
Lenny is fun, Wes.
I'm sure he
Lenny's
is.
a fun guy.
I'm sure he is.
I don't understand. Oh gosh. Who else? Adam, what about Gary Heingartner? And the thing about him is not for the seriousness when we get the old man anger shit going.
Yes.
It's so fun to wind him up because, man, you say, I mean, you think he's just the happiest little fun guy, and then I'll tell you what, you know the buttons to push, man, you can get a show.
You get a Gary rant, oh man, hang on.
The only way Gary's coming is if we invite Dimitri also.
Yes, we have this.
That would be fun.
This feud of Demetrius and Gary going on here in St. Louis, which is, amazing.
Do they have a feud?
Yes. So yeah, they got a big feud going on. Yeah, what's so funny is I think they would like each other, but they don't ever spend any time together. They're both farmers. They're both guys who fix anything or challenge themselves. Their mind's always working. But man, they don't spend any time together. And it's.
I've got an off the radar name.
Okay.
Kevin Majors.
Kevin Majors.
Yeah.
Mr. Majors. He's so funny because he gets drunk and denies everything. We've never seen him drunk. I've seen him drunk 10, 15
never
times.
Happened.
Yeah, he claims he's never been drunk.
You've never seen him drunk, ever. Never.
No, never.
Absolutely not.
No. I've gotten drunken text from him.
Me too.
Yeah. You see some of his posts, and you can tell when he's lit that he's posting versus not.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin Majors would be a fun one for sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's a pretty good group. I mean, I think we just invite them all. We figure out a way
I'd
to go to
say
a place.
Alice.
Bruce's
Not
wife?
Bruce.
Alice?
Not
Bruce.
Alice.
Bruce doesn't get to be there, just Alice.
Bruce doesn't get to be there, just Alice.
Oh, God. When she fell down and landed in potato salad.
Potatoes, just sour cream. We were so freaked out. We're like, oh my God, is that her skin? It's sour cream. And then the best part, Adina walks up and goes, hey, are these your glasses? No, I have
She
my
says
glasses.
no. They got the
She's
sour
like,
cream all over the glasses.
These are your glasses. And she's like,
no, they're on my head.
head.
Wait, oh, never mind. No,
those are my glasses. They're just caked with sour cream. I'm bringing Alice with.
Alice makes a cut. Yeah, that's good. Oh, that was.
Oh my God.
The funny thing is that a lot of that comes from this one event that we did at Neely, and the benefit of hindsight, if we explain what went down there, it sounds like the most fun time ever. It's not so fun when it's happening live. Rick Brenner, the legend Brenner, drops a steak, just wants to eat it off the floor of the Rick
Oh my
house.
God.
Danny breaks a chair and claims the chairs
Broke the chair.
malfunctioning.
The chair's fault.
He's sleeping and he falls off the chair breaks, and then he blames the chair, so it just collapsed. We're like, Danny, you passed out on that chair and it just, you fell off and it broke. No.
Kevin's cousin is smoking a cigar in the Rick house. We're like, we see it and we're like, yo, you have to go out. This is alcohol vapor.
Right.
You have to go out. Like, put that out.
Yeah. So
what a time. That was
we could create a very
good
fun
event.
Yeah, good event for sure. All right. Well, on that note, we'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Bo, we're going to start with you. Where can people find you?
All right. I'm on the socials at My Journey Through the American Spirit.
Wow, that was a delay there.
And Bourbon Sasquatch.
Did you hear his brain reboot? And then he came.
Yeah, that was like
It's a good recovery.
quick reboot.
Yeah. All right, Wes, how about you?
You can find me on Instagram at bourbon_Wes and Twitter at bourbonwest, one word.
All right, Adam.
Find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Stumpy Spirits and stumpyspirits.com.
All right, Miss Beka Sue.
You can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at Miss Beka Sue, 1K, no C's.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. The important website, though, abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. Got the shop, got our blogs, Bourbon Zeppelin, so much more, abvnetwork.com. And also, please come by and see us, ABV Barrel Shop. We're doing barrel picks. We've had 37 come through our store in the first 6 months. Our goal for 2023 is going to be 100. Will we get there or not? We'll see. We'll see. Come by and help us out. Help buy a couple bottles. All right. Miss Beka Sue, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd just like to remind the audience, please give us a 5-star review that includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. If you like what we're doing, we ask you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. For audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Adios.
Peace. Before we finish the show, let's talk about some great companies that support the ABV network. First up is Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro has a full line of products to help the home distiller. Whether you want to experiment on the stove in your kitchen or you're looking for a bigger setup in your backyard, owner Russell Creed and his team can help. They have multiple still offerings, accessories, and even grain from their partners at Goldstone Mill to assist you in making whiskey on par with your favorite distillery. They can also help you with some fabricated parts you probably can't make yourself if you are attempting a DIY still project. Learn more or order your still or parts at moonshinestillpro.com. Another friend of ours is the Goldstein family at Goldstone Mill. The Goldsteins offer a variety of heritage and heirloom grains to make the finest whiskeys in the world. Plus, they are more than just a grain company. They are truly consultants to make sure the grains they are providing to you or your business meet your highest expectations. Additionally, they work with mills around the country, ensuring shipping is as low as possible for their customers. If you're a distillery, brewery, or even doing this at home, Goldstone can assist you. Check them out at goldstonemill.com, call them at 217-254-6613, or check in via email at hello@goldstonemill.com. Last but not least is the ABV Barrel Shop. While we don't get to play in the allocated bourbon game because we aren't selling the other products you have to do to get those, we do have access via our friendships in the bourbon industry to some really cool stuff. Have you ever seen your favorite craft distiller selling some really cool limited offerings only in their gift shop? I'm talking things like the Hazmat offering Distillery 291 did for their 10th anniversary, or Neely Family Distillery's Papaw's birthday barrel. They don't have enough of it to send it out to distributors, so they only sell it via their gift shop. Well, companies like Distillery 291 and Neely Family Distillery have agreed to sell us 2 or 3 cases of these offerings moving forward, meaning our store will have the access to some of the rarest whiskeys in the world. Way more difficult to come by than the allocated bourbon offerings with a national release. Yes, they will be extremely tough to come by, but if you're a customer of our store, you'll have a chance to get them. Get signed up for our email or text list over at abvbarrelshop.com so you don't miss out.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.